Virginia Beach City Public Schools Model Partnership Program changes the way students learn. It's a collaboration between a school and an organization or another school and dates back to 2001. Partnerships with fine organizations such as these represent the kind of work and learning that can be achieved through the Partners in Education program.
The kids have been working for several weeks on some prototypes of toys that are actually going to be sent on our medical missions to give to our patients to bring them comfort and joy before and after surgery.
We were given the assignment to create a toy for the Smile bags in Operation Smile, and we decided to create a car, but we wanted to make it unique in our own way. So to make it the best we could, we decided to add a mirror to the front of the bottom of the car so they could see their smiles after their surgery, and they could see how much of their lives that really changed.
And so what we're doing is looking at them meeting with a representative from Ford who's going to actually come in, and they're going to pitch the idea to him next week, and hopefully hoping that he'll be able to fund their product.
It's not even just that we're just giving them a car, we're giving them the opportunity to play with something that not many of them have. Not many of them have the opportunity to get these toys, and just to give them something that they can play with, that they can go home and they can sit there and roll this on the ground and look at their new smile and how their lives have changed so drastically. It just makes us feel that we've really accomplished something.
The main program that I run is called Schools Restoring Oysters to the Chesapeake, and it's a program that engages schools in oyster restoration. We give schools oysters to raise from September through May, and they conduct studies on the oysters, and at the end of the school year they transplant their oysters onto sanctuary reefs in Virginia waters. For the students, one of the exciting parts of the partnership is that they get to raise oysters and be exposed to oysters, and they get to be a part of a really large-scale oyster restoration effort, and that's exciting for the students to feel like they have the ability to make a difference in the environment.
Okay, we have a really fun partnership with Linkhorn Park Elementary School, and we're going on 2 years now. We have a student-run credit union there. It's called the Linkhorn Lions Credit Union.
I'm a teller, and when people come up with their money, and they usually come with an account number, and on the deposit slip and the receipt, we put the account number, and then we put their name, the date, how much money they have, or a check, and then we put the money, check, or change in the deposit little slip, and then we just put that off to the side in the bottom, and then we fill out their receipt.
So that they have a lot of multitasking going on and a lot of responsibility.
We do a lot of math for counting the money. It's not just like opening up the textbook and doing some work. It's more like actually having it in your hand and doing it. We're learning about saving money and how it's important to have money always and not to just spend it.
They have the power themselves. What we tell all the kids is you are the CEO of your money. It doesn't matter if you only have a penny in your pocket, but you're that penny's boss, and you're going to tell that penny to work for you and to help you make more money. And once they get that mindset, and the younger kids, then they get that mindset, it empowers them. It doesn't matter if they're a millionaire or they just have a penny in their pocket. They're going to carry that along with them. And when they do that, and if they stay in Virginia Beach and become part of this community, it's going to better everybody that lives here.
I partnered with Lansdowne Elementary, the gifted resources teacher over there named Kim Kabatahe. I partnered with them. I guess the work started about 3 years ago. The project was to design and construct a learning lab, so a greenhouse and a shed and a garden that was designed and constructed by the kids. They obviously get an enriched curriculum and an expansion of the sort of learning experience, right, by way of the structures themselves, but also the curriculum that's tied into them.
The partnership with Virginia Star is kind of a multifaceted partnership. It's got a lot of different benefits. One of the first ones being that we are keeping computers and electronic devices out of the landfill. We're actually refurbishing them, repurposing them. If we cannot refurbish them, they actually are recycled down in my classroom And the money from that, those proceeds goes back into the Education Foundation Fund. Not only though are we recycling, but we're providing working computers to families and students in need in the community, as well as community centers. And we also are providing real-world hands-on skills to the students that are participating in this partnership. So they are working, getting actual 21st century technology skills while working towards industry level certifications.
We have a garden breakfast club at SeaTac of 10 young men that go out in the garden every morning. We also have some environmental clubs. We had Little Sprouts, we have Go Green, and we have partnered up with all kinds of students and clubs from Old Nation School. They've come out. I've also brought students out here to this school, and our focus is promote sustainability and to understand environmental education. Our kids are developing much more confidence in themselves. They're developing much more confidence in their understanding of the environment, and they're really building a relationship with people, of adults, with children, of their subject area, and they are becoming leaders in our community, and not only in our community at SeaTac, but in our community at Virginia Beach. And we want to promote unification throughout the city, and I think that's what the biggest part is. And for the kids at Old Nation, I think it's important because they are kids from all over the city. So when they come to our gardens, we tell them this is our garden now, and they actually come in the summer and work with our kids side by side, and it is an amazing, beautiful thing.
We've actually been a partner with Centerra since 1972 when our program first opened. So it's been a long-standing relationship, and Centerra actually allows us to come into the clinical space, which is wonderful for the students. So it bridges the gap between what they're learning in the classroom, what they're learning in the skills lab, and then bringing that into that clinical experience.
We get a lot more hands-on practice that we can use at the end of the year when we go to clinicals, which is where we actually go to a facility and practice all the skills that we've been learning.
Critical thinking, prioritization of care, time management, all of that, which accompanies the workplace readiness skills that they're learning in the classroom, it really comes all together when they go into that clinical setting. Centerra does such a wonderful opportunity by providing not just the clinical time, but allowing their staff to teach us too. So we've had training from diabetic instructors, we've had training from the wound care specialists, from the IV therapy team. They've opened the doors for us to the students have actually seen operations. I know that it's working as a solid partnership with Centerra because they've hired our students at physicians' labs, within nursing homes, within the hospital. Our students have gone from an LPN, gone back to college, gotten their BSN. Recently found out that one of our students got her doctorate, and she's now a nurse practitioner as well. So, fabulous partnership with Centerra that I'm very proud of to be a part of.
The partnership between this school, my school, and Cook Elementary is mentors who are high school students come as many times a month as they can, and they spend about an hour with the students here at Cook Elementary, and they do their homework with them and they play games with them. They get a friend to talk to. It's like a big sister, big brother program. They really get that connection that they may not be getting at home or wherever else they go after school. And I get happiness from just sitting with other children and just hearing their everyday life, because when I see one of the little girls smile, it just makes me so happy.
The partnership between Tallwood High School and Tallwood Elementary School started in the spring of 2015 with one of the Academy students' senior projects. There's one on music, the history of African American music in the United States and how that helps preserve and carry forward the culture. Everything from spirituals to jazz to dance, and how that all plays together. In 2017, we started a Be a Reader program with Tallwood Elementary, where students from Tallwood come over and mentor Tallwood Elementary school students in reading.
We help them along if they can't figure out a word, and we talk about the book after. Each time we're coming to read with them, they're starting to start less using their fingers to point out the words. Their reading is getting a lot stronger. They can ask us questions about life as well, so it's not just reading. Maybe like the last 10 minutes we'll be talking about like life situations as well. And these kids are just getting a lot more confident with their reading abilities.
I think it's important that the younger students see there's more to the world than what we see around us, that they start to get exposed and become global citizens. That's part of the Compass to 2020. Really important that they start learning that younger.
Mutually beneficial partnerships are an important part of the Compass to 2020 strategic vision. Thousands of partners are working with our students in pre-K through 12th grade every day, and new partnerships are being formed all the time. Become a partner in education and help our students make a memory that will last a lifetime.